Catholic state. The Pope is a strong political and religious leader who retains incredible influence in Europe. Within the next 100 years, all of this will be changed forever. Arthur Tudor, Prince of Wales, and the son of King Henry VII of England, is married to Catherine of Aragon, a Roman Catholic Spanish princess. The marriage is purely political, and Arthur is meant to be the next king of England. They are 15 and 16 years old.
Less than a year later, Arthur dies.
Catherine of Aragon is now a widow. Pope Julius II annuls the marriage, and Catherine is betrothed to Henry VIII, the second son of Henry VII. Henry VIII is a devout and practicing Catholic.
8 years later, after Henry's father dies, Henry VIII becomes King of England and with the Pope's permission marries Catherine of Aragon. He is 18 and she is 23.
Several years later, Henry and Catherine's marriage is on the rocks. Though in the Catholic tradition marriage is for life, Henry's eye has begun to wander. Catherine has produced no male heirs, only a daughter, Mary.
Henry is obsessed with having a son to succeed him in the Tudor dynasty, and, after meeting Anne Boleyn,
"Where you from, you sexy thing?"
one of the Queen's ladies-in-waiting, he is desperate to end his marriage with Catherine, no matter what.
Henry writes to the Holy See, asking Pope Clement VII for a divorce and saying that he had committed a sin by marrying his dead brother's wife. Unfortunately for Henry, the Pope was too worried about Catherine's nephew, Charles, the Holy Roman Emperor, who, in the past, had sacked Rome and taken the Pope prisoner.
The Pope knows it would be unwise to divorce the Emperor's aunt and has religious convictions against an annulment, so he denies the request.
When Henry hears the news that his request is being denied, he is not pleased. He decides to take matters into his own hands.
Henry strips the Pope's representative in England of power and orders his execution for high treason. In 1533, he marries Anne Boleyn, and she becomes queen. Catherine is banished from court.
Henry is excommunicated by the Pope, but he doesn't care. Soon after, he begins to pass laws that ban payments of any sort to Rome. He declares his daughter Mary to be illegitimate and his newborn daughter with Anne Boleyn, Elizabeth, to be the next in line for the throne. He declares himself the only supreme head on earth of the Church of England and declares it treason for anyone to say otherwise.
He bullies England's clergy into acknowledging him as the head of the Church, as forces them to swear an oath of allegiance to him, not the Pope. Anyone who doesn't comply is committing treason.
Next, the monasteries and churches are dissolved, and all the wealth of the Catholic Church in England is taken by Henry. In 1536, 10 articles is published. These become the guidelines of the new Church of England. Other acts of Parliament cut the final ties between England and Rome.
Shortly after, Anne Boleyn lost her head for not giving Henry any sons. Henry would marry 4 more women during his lifetime, one of which would lose her head, just like Anne.
Henry dies in 1547 at the age of 55. Henry's contributions to the English Reformation were complete. In the years to come, Henry's children would make England Protestant, Catholic, and Protestant again. Despite these changes, Henry's split with Rome was the beginning of England's national identity and role as a major player on the world stage.